tmux is a terminal multiplexer. In addition to enabling detachable sessions, tmux also allows multiple windows and split panes. If you rely on the functionality of tmux, then it doesn't really matter which terminal emulator that you use, which is convenient if you use multiple operating systems to connect to remote systems over SSH. Let's make sure UTF-8 and 256 colors is working in and out of tmux before we go much further. On OpenBSD we need to explicitly set the locale so that tmux doesn't assume that we don't want UTF-8. Nice. Next let's list the colors available to Emacs. Nope, we need more colors than that. To override the default terminal type we need to create a tmux config file screen equals not many colors screen 256 color equals good. Okay, check and check. We have UTF-8 and we can see Unicode characters and we have 256 colors. Let's look at pane splitting. Ctrl B% to split horizontally, Ctrl B double quote to split vertically. Ctrl B Ctrl O to cycle the position of the panes. Ctrl B C to create a new window. Ctrl B N and Ctrl B P to go to the next and previous windows. Ctrl B comma to rename the window. Ctrl B question mark to display online help. tmux has a clipboard which is convenient for copying text from a horizontally split pane or if you're using Xterm with a one-button mouse. If you are familiar with Emacs, the controls will feel familiar. Ctrl B open square brace, Ctrl space to set the mark, move and Alt W to copy. In the destination pane window do Ctrl B closing square brace to paste. The tmux manual page is a good read. You may be surprised how comprehensive tmux is in terms of functionality. Let's look at some of the things we script with tmux. We can add to our profile a tmux attach session so that we will attach to the session on login. Tmux new session A4 attach if the session already exists. -S to name the session. We will call this session foo. Let's test this. On login we should attach to the foo session, creating it if it doesn't already exist. When we detach from the session with Ctrl B DRSSH, session will terminate. Let's also verify that the session continue to run in the background and isn't recreated every time we connect. Alternatively, we can create scripts for foo and bar to attach to foo and bar sessions respectively. We now have our foo and bar scripts. If you are working on multiple projects that share nothing in common, then this might be a good approach. When you are working on bar, you don't have to be thinking about foo. Let's try something a little more complicated. We will modify the foo script to create a window when the foo session is first started. The window will start in the src directory and will run Emacs. The possibilities are endless. Ctrl B space to toggle the orientation of the current pane between horizontal and vertical. We will use the has session tmux command. New session, new window and attach session. The tmux manual page is a good resource. Each command has its own options. Ctrl B Alt down arrow key to enlarge the current pane vertically. The foo script is being modified to attach to the foo session if it already exists. If the foo session does not exist, then we create it with new session using -D to create the session detached. Then with the new window command we add a new window to the freshly created foo session. The window starts in the src directory and runs Emacs instead of a shell. Finally we attach to the session at the end of the script. This example is a little contrived. A better example might be if your session were to create a window per environment with an SSH session to each environment. Another example might be to initiate a test run in a window or tailing log files or querying a database. Okay, that's it for now. We have only just scratched the surface of tmux. To recap, tmux has functionality that makes you less dependent on the terminal emulator that you happen to be using. Tmux makes it easy to detach and detach to your session either on purpose or if your train enters a tunnel. You can organize yourself with multiple named sessions. The key bindings, once you get used to them, allow easy window switching with vertical and horizontal pane splitting. If you are like me and prefer to write code in a terminal anyway, then tmux gives you a lot of extra flexibility for free as compared to a GUI text editor. Thanks for watching and or listening to Peter Ericson's opinions on tmux.